Hey everyone, and welcome to another video in this Mercedes Sprinter van conversion. And in this video we're going to attempt to start building the frames for our cupboards. Let's get on it. So in the last video you saw us finally finish off this roof and these sides all across the van. Got the lights up, got our fan installed as well, so everything looking really nice. Now we've got a good idea of where we want our cabinets to go, our overhead cabinets. So again, we're going to be using the reclaimed wood that we got from an old construction site that was getting rid of them because the wood was all warped. So we're going to try and utilize this on a budget and let's get some cabinets made. I've only done it once before in my last van, and they came out all right.
Oh, I think it's some of the best work I've ever done.
But they weren't perfect. I want to try and make these ones perfect. So we're going to try and do the frames in this one, and let's get on it. So in our last van, we had cabinets that ran all the way down the side of that side of the bed, and all the way down the side of that side of the bed. We also had one above the kitchen area here. But this time I've been given orders by Rosie not to have cabinets all the way down the side of the bed on each side.
Hey! You'll do as you're told.
Because occasionally when she was getting up at night she was banging her head on them, and to say the truth, so was I. And because we'd utilised them mostly at the back of the bed, it meant that every time we wanted to get into one of the cupboards to put something in it, we'd have to get up onto the bed to then go and open that cupboard. So we're going to keep everything a little bit closer this time. We're not going to have as many overhead cabinets because we're going to have storage elsewhere. Last time we didn't have this massive big kitchen either that we built, so we've got plenty of storage here as well, which means that we don't have to have all this overhead storage. So I think here, from this pillar down to possibly that other pillar, in between this first piece of glass, is going to be the best place to put it. That way we still have all of this counter space that we're able to use, and it's not going to have anything above your head to kind of stop you from doing anything, but we'll still be able to access something from here, here and here without having to jump up onto the bed to get it. I'm also going to put one on this side as well. This is, as you guys know, you've all got your own sides of the bed. Rosie always sleeps on this side of the bed. This is my side of the bed. So I think I might utilise and put one that comes about the same length. Do mine from here all the way down to the middle line, just about there. That should be more enough overhead storage for all of us. I'm also going to have a panel. I want to do this one here on the side because that is where the panel, I'm not sure if I'm going to do the panel here or on this side. I might do it above the kitchen actually. I haven't decided yet. We'll see. That's where going to be our panel for our inverter and everything else is going to be. Enough of me procrastinating. Let's get measuring up and see how we're going to do this. So as I said before, we're trying to do this on a bit of a budget. So I don't have the money to be able to go out and just buy, you know, £100 worth of, for one sheet of furniture board, or like a Zebrano or something like that. I have looked into it, but it's a lot of money and we don't really have that.
I can tell you I don't have money, but what I do have are a very particular set of skills.
So we're going to have to rely on good old B&Q. So B&Q do furniture board in certain colours. It's cheap, it's not as good, it's not plywood, it's made of, I can't remember exactly what it's called, it's a bit like OSB, but it's laminated, looks really nice. I had it in my last van as well. I never had any issues with it. The good thing is they come in you can't buy, like, you know, like sheets that are 1.2 by 2.4 meters long. You've got to buy them in ready cut pieces. So the cheaper, I can buy ones that are 60 centimeters or 600 mil side by 1.2 meters, or I can buy ones that are 30 centimeters or 300 mil by, I think it's 1.2 or 2 meters long, right? So ideally what we want to do is we're going to build this to the exact size of this furniture board. So the frame, all I'll have to do is attach the boards to the frame that's built, and I won't have to do any cutting, which is also going to mean that I'm going to have nice straight edges at the top, nice straight edges at the bottom, and none of this wonky cutting that I do. So I'm going to measure this up. So the way I've done this to try and gauge what I need is, obviously I want it from here to that line over there, so I've measured that, and that comes in 170 centimeters. So 170 centimeters, that's how long we're doing it on this side. Now the width coming out, I want it to be no more than 30 centimeters. So it's going to come to there, which is not too far, not too much in your face, pretty alright. Still got all that way that you can work on, all that place that you can work, and it's all good. Now to get the height, obviously there's no way to measure or put a level on it because the van's not level. So what I've done is I've measured from the bottom here up to this first board here, which I know is kind of straight, and that's 26 inches or 66 centimeters. And then what I've done is I've attached this board to the bottom there, measured up to the 26 inches, and then measured from the roof down, so that way we know it's kind of going to be square. At least that's my hope.
I hope this works!
That it's going to be square. So I've drawn a slight picture here with the dimensions and the shape of what I want. Extravagant, basically it's going to be like an L shape. We're going to have a frame that comes out like this and then up. I haven't put any sides or anything on it yet, that's going to be later on. So basically all we're doing is we're getting a backing piece that will come out, and then another piece that will come up, and that will be a frame that then attaches to the back. I don't know if I'm explaining that enough for you guys to understand. You'll see it when I'm doing it. If you don't understand it, apologies. I'm not really good at explaining stuff sometimes.
I feel like I'm not explaining things right.
I think you're explaining it fine.
I know what I'm trying to say in my head, and that's the most important. So let me go and find some good wood as straight as I can, and let's get back and get kids cutting. So there we go. I've done a quick little mock-up with it, exactly as I told you I was going to do it before, and it seems pretty solid. Now we've just got to see if we can get it mounted on the wall. I don't know if you guys can really see from there, but from where I am, let me see if I can get it. I'm doing it with one hand here. There we go. I think that'll be just perfect.
Wow, that's amazing.
So I've already gone around wherever needs to be a hole, and I've marked all along on this side as well where the holes need to be, So I'm going to take it out, pre-drill the holes. I've done them up on the top bits here as well. Mark them up where the studs were in the roof, take them off, pre-drill them, put the screws already in it so then I can mount it up and then just send them in. Let me go and get that drilled, let's get the screws in, and we'll come back and we'll get it screwed in. Right, so I've got it in now, I've got the screws pre-ready to go. So I'm just going to line it up where I think it needs to go, where it looks kind of straight, and send it away. Let me set you guys down over here somewhere so you can see what I'm doing. Right. So you kind of get a feel if it's straight or not, because it kind of just sits nicely where you want it. I think that is pretty much where we want it to go. Is it on the lines of everything? It needs to come over slightly maybe. Right, I'm going back now, let's go for it. That's one. That's two. Right, so I've got just 4 screws in it just so I can kind of have a look and see what I think. Now, does it look straight? Let's have a look and see. Wow, look at the bend. I don't know if you can see it, there's definitely a bend in this piece of wood. But the angle seems right. Let me get my angle and have a look. Hold on. As I said, we can't really put a level on this to see if it's level or not. We just kind of have to put it on and hope that it's straight. So that's definitely 90 degrees there. Is it 90 degrees over this side? Let's have a look. So that's definitely 90 degrees there as well. So, yeah, I think it's going to be alright. I think so. Right, let's put the rest of the screws in and then move on to the next bit. So we got that up. That is strong as anything now. I'm shaking the entire van rather than this coming down. So that's pretty much straight now. I've got it as straight as possible. I think I'm going to put another couple of little braces just across, just because this wood, if you look at it, it's got a little bit of banana in it, and that's because this wood is not straight, which is why I got it for free. So I put another brace here in the middle of each one, like I did here, one there and one there, and that should hopefully straighten that out a little bit more. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do for doors on this one yet, but what we're going to do now is move on to this side. So as I said, I'm looking to start it from about here and go down to about, if you can just see, just in the middle of that last window there, enough so that I can't, because when I sleep there, I'm not going to sit up and bang my head on it, but enough where I can still get to everything without having to get onto the bed to reach everything. So you guys don't want to watch me cutting wood again, so I'm going to go out, cut the wood up for that, and let's get started on this one. So there we go. There's that one. Let's have a look. That one is much straighter. Straight in. That looks pretty cool. So there you go. Yeah, that looks nice. That one has got a slight bend in it, but I have cut some more pieces, so I reckon, yeah, there you go, that's nice. That's very tight, so if I put that in there, screw that one in, and screw that one in place, that's going to be straight as well. Alright, let me get them screwed up and then we can have a look and see what we've done. So, there we go. 2 frames in, and it didn't even take me, it took me less than a few hours to do. Absolutely fantastic. And how much did this cost me? Absolutely, maybe a tenner in screws, if that. But yeah, they're going in. I think they're going to do exactly what we need to do. Over here, it's perfect where it needs to be. And over here above the kitchen. I've had Rosie come in and check the height as well, so it's not going to knock her out when she's cooking or anything like that. But if you have a look at the way we've got it situated, so she'll be able to stand here. We'll have the sink here for cleaning. We're going to have a removable induction stove that's going to be put in away in the drawer when we're done. And here will just be cutting area, which will have nothing above her head, so she can stand up nicely, do her cutting, do all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it's going to be fine. This is where the kids are going to be sitting underneath this one. But even when I sit down in it, it's not, move all this stuff away, even when I'm sitting in it, I'm nowhere close to touching the thing, and even when I'm standing up, by the time with the movement that you do to stand up, you're not going to hit that. I think that will be more than enough storage for our van. So this was just a really quick video just to give you a quick update on what we're doing with the van. Obviously now we've got the frames in for our storage on each side, we're able to now go ahead and start ordering the furniture board that we're going to be using. And as I said, it's going to be the B&Q furniture board because we're trying to do this entire build on a budget. We're also going to be doing a bunch of electrical stuff in the next video. So I want to get my battery back in here. I want to get it hooked up.
Who keeps calling me?
I want to get my battery back in here. I want to get it hooked up to solar because at the moment it's sitting in my shed and I don't know if having a lithium battery just sitting there with no charge or anything going in it is good for it. And if you guys know, then please let me know, but I really don't want it to be sitting much longer, so I want to get it in the van hooked up to the solar that we've already got hooked up onto the roof, so at least it's getting some sort of power in there. And maybe even hook up the lights and everything to that temporarily until everything else arrives. As I said, this was just a quick video. I haven't bought any of this stuff yet because, first of all, I was made redundant from my work a couple of months ago. And I've just started a new job, thank God, so I'm not really going to have a lot of time at the moment to come out and do a video every single week. And I just said I was made redundant for a couple of months there, so money is tight, so we're saving every penny we've got. But good news is I've got a new job now, so all good there, so I'll be able to start buying all the things we need to do for this van. So just to let you know that there may be a couple of weeks in between videos, maybe sometimes a little bit longer, just because of timing. Obviously I'm going through training for my new work at the moment, and for the first time in 4 years I'm actually going to be working weekends as well in this rotation, so a bit weird for me. So usually I'm spending my weekends doing this, so yeah, it's going to be an adjustment, but videos will continue to come. So we've got a trip to the Philippines planned as well in the next couple of weeks. We actually booked this last year, but the reason we're going is for something that is going to be really amazing. It's something that's really going to change our life. I think you guys are going to like it as well, so watch out for that video. That is coming soon, so make sure you're subscribed. It really helps the channel. It's free, it doesn't cost you a thing. Drop a like button as well and drop a comment. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later, guys.